Everybody's excited. Everybody wants to get out and do the skating activities and play hockey.
The wait is over. Outdoor skating rinks open this weekend just in time for the big chill. Plus, a house on wheels. Why this home was moved from one part of Coon Rapids to another, but first...
It's taken this whole big project to do it, but this area needs swimming.
An Olympic-sized pool and plan to open a new aquatic center in Coon Rapids. That tops CTN News is Friday, January 8th, 2016. Happy New Year and thank you for joining us. The colder temperatures have many of us looking for more inside activities to do.
That's right. One area coach has a plan that could help train future Olympic athletes, keep adults fit, and teach kids valuable safety lessons. This week, CTN's Joe Nelson found out why some say a new competition-style pool is necessary, how much it will cost, and where it could be built.
People are swimming more at a younger age.
Coon Rapids High School swimming and diving coach Doug Donaldson says he's seen the sport grow since he first dove into it about 13 years ago. He says for many, finding a pool after school's out can be a challenge.
We're there till 8. There's no club team that can come in at 8 o'clock and make that work. The additional swimming lessons, club swimming teams, that would really amplify the amount of swimming in the area. No, we're out of space.
Since he started coaching nearly 40 years ago, Great Wolf swim team head coach and director Dave Benz says he's seen club swimming participation double, while the number of pools in the North Metro sank.
We've started an initiative to build an aquatic complex right in the center of Anoka, Blaine, Coon Rapids, right on Highway 10, so it's easily accessible to all of to everyone in that area. Their high school pools used to serve.
Ben says he's identified $1.2 million of donations and grants to help fund a 50-meter Olympic competition-sized pool to be built on the northwest corner of Highway 10 and Hanson Boulevard. He still needs another $1.7 million to secure enough loans to cover the $10 million project cost. Both he and Donaldson say the facility's therapy, lesson, and competition pools would fill up fast.
If you build it, they will come. I mean, it will be full.
With 38 people drowning in Minnesota pools, lakes, rivers, or ponds in 2014, according to the DNR, Ben says he hopes more swimming lessons will help that number drop.
The biggest benefit is saving lives.
Swimming is something I think, especially in this state, everyone should know how to do.
The more people that know how to swim, the less people we have drowning.
Ben says he'd like to buy the pool used at the Olympic trials and has seen the sport rise in popularity following each Summer Olympics. He says construction could take about a year after funding is secured, and the earliest it could open is the spring of 2017. Steve and Karen?
Sounds like a good plan.
Yep, good option during the cold weather.
Yeah, thanks
Joe. A major retailer near Northtown Mall could be moving to another part of the city. Marshalls is looking to move its store to Highway 65 near the Lowe's and Auto Zone. This week, the Blaine City Council approved a conditional use permit for a 33,000 square foot building, which would also house a Petco and possibly a restaurant in the future. No word yet on when Marshalls would be moving or what retailer could take its place. The new Chick-fil-A outside Northtown Mall opens next week. The 4,600 square foot restaurant, which opens Thursday, does have a drive-through. People who arrive at the restaurant by 6 a.m. on Wednesday will be eligible for a drawing to win one Chick-fil-A sandwich meal per week for an entire year. A total of 100 people will be selected for the giveaway. Proof of local residency is required. Also opening next week, the new Super America located at Coon Rapids Boulevard and Egret Boulevard. This week, crews have been busy putting on the finishing touches on the building, car wash, and gas pumps. The store's grand opening is January 11th, and there will be specials throughout the week.
The head of the state's Human Services Department has pledged to make changes to address an ongoing issues at the Anoka Metro Regional Treatment Center. In a recent memo to staff members at the state-operated psychiatric hospital, Commissioner Emily Johnson Piper says she's committed to developing both short-term and long-term solutions related to patient safety, staff injuries, and mandated overtime. In the last month alone, she's met with the treatment center staff twice, including once on Christmas Day. The Anoka Metro Regional Treatment Center is at risk of losing $3.5 million a year in federal funding if conditions don't improve.
It's only January, but locally, some voters will be headed to the polls next week. A Republican primary for the special election in Senate District 35 will take place Tuesday. Former State Representative Jim Abler of Anoka is facing off against businessman Andy Aplikowski of Andover. The winner will move on to the special election on February 9th. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. For more information, log on to the Secretary of State's website. Republican Brandon Peterson resigned his Senate seat last fall, creating the vacancy in District 35.
A local woman who's a survivor of human trafficking has received a big honor from the President of the United States. Bukala Oriola of Anoka paid a visit to Washington, D.C. last week. She is one of 11 human trafficking survivors appointed by President Obama last month to serve on the U.S. Advisory Council on Human Trafficking. The Nigerian native, who was a journalist who visited her husband locally in 2005, and was held captive until she escaped 2 years later. She has since created the Enaton Story, a nonprofit organization offering advocacy and support to other human trafficking victims. Last month was the second warmest December on record in the Twin Cities, but that's all about to change.
Temps will struggle to get above 0 by Sunday, and while football fans may be cursing Mother Nature, winter enthusiasts who've been waiting to hit the ice can finally do so. CTN's Jordan Rylance explains.
It took a while, but we are finally seeing freezing temperatures and a little snow, enough to keep kids busy outside. This weekend's cold snap is a welcome change for many who have been waiting to hit the ice this winter.
The Coon Rapids Parks Department, we have 3 skating rinks this year, plus the Ice Center has the outdoor rink, and we started flooding here 2 weeks ago, and we plan on having the rinks open on Friday. That means hockey goals and warming house attendance and full-fledged into the season.
If skating isn't your thing, the city has other options to get you outside this winter.
We have 25 trails that we plow throughout the season, so a lot of walkers, joggers are using them. And we also have 8 sliding hills throughout the city in different locations that is very popular. Particularly Wintercrest is a monster of a hill. It's almost 3 stories high, and it doesn't matter what time of the day, there's always somebody there sliding.
The city hopes to keep the rinks and warming houses open through President's Day, but only Mother Nature will tell. In Coon Rapids, Jordan Rylance, CTN News.
For a full list of skating rinks, sledding hills, and trails in Coon Rapids, just head to the city's website and click on Community.
A vacant home in Coon Rapids has literally been saved from the wrecking ball thanks to the efforts of Anoka County and a big set of wheels. Last week, in the middle of the night, a home that used to sit at the southwest corner of Foley Boulevard and 113th Avenue was slowly moved to a new location on the west side of Hanson Boulevard, just south of Cub Foods. The county purchased and rehabbed the vacant foreclosed home 5 years ago as part of its neighborhood stabilization program. The home either needed to be moved or demolished to make way for a retention pond as part of the widening of Foley Boulevard.
We hope to have it on the market by April 1st, so relatively quickly. It'll all depend on weather, and because we'll need to put a driveway in and do concrete footings for the garage and such, and that's all weather related.
Crews will also construct a 2-car garage at the home's new location. The lot the home sits on now was previously owned by the city. County officials say it's a great fit for the neighborhood, and they are happy they could save it.
A local health system is getting in on those New Year's resolutions for better health. Starting this month, Alina will no longer serve sugar-sweetened beverages and deep-fried foods in its 13 hospitals and more than 90 clinics. The change will impact hospital cafeterias, vending machines, cafes, and other food service areas. The president of Alina Health says the organization has a responsibility to model and encourage healthy choices. There's a local event coming up that can help you kickstart those New Year's resolutions. In just 2 weeks, Jackson Middle School will play host to the 8th annual Community Wellness Day. There will be lots of education and lots of fun, including this giant Connect 4 game that visitors can check out and play.
And the pieces are about this big, and it's just, you know, it's not a lot of physical activity, but you are standing up and picking up the pieces and squatting down and picking them up, and it's just something fun and new. Everybody loves that classic game.
The Community Wellness Day will take place Saturday, January 23rd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Jackson Middle School in Champlin. In addition to games, classes, and workshops, the free event features about 40 vendors offering services and resources. For more information, log on to the District 11's website.
The Bunker Hills Event Center will play host to its first ever musical starting next month. The show is called Don't Hug Me, and it's dubbed as Fargo Meets the Music Man, a Minnesota love story with singing and stuff. It runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings from February 12th through March 13th. There's also daytime performances on the weekend. All shows include a 3-course meal. For tickets, log on to bunkerhillseventcenter.com. You can also purchase them in person at the box office. Looks like a fun production. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you again next week.